أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Walaikum salamu wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ono yeseta bulwadda kasangati omuzikiti gwa bulwadda omwatikirivu ennyo ogwedda ennyo okumpi gulingo gwasooka mu bitundu byonna.
Brothers and sisters, as you can see behind me, this is the mosque. The background of this masjid, this masjid was started by my great-grandfather Abdulaziz Nsubuga Bulwadda.
Omuntu yatandika omuzikiti ye jjajjaffe Abdulaziz Nsubuga Bulwadda n'aguwa abasiraamu. Yagutandika nga mutono n'abasiraamu ne bagugaziya era kaakati gwegwo.
Brothers and sisters, about 80 of them attend their daily prayers here every day. And during Ramadan, at least more than 100 brothers and sisters break their fast here every Ramadan. This is the only facility we have as a source of water for Muslims to make wudu. This is the wudu kana we have, as you can see it. This is one of our future plans because we want to get water to reach this place, and it's quite a bit difficult because at least there's a distance to where we have to get water to connect it right up until here.
Waliwo eyeetema yagaleeta n'aleeta bulinaku ebidomola 4-5 n'ateekawo basiraamu ne bafuna ewuzu.
So wudu kana is also one important issue at this masjid here. We don't have wudu kana as well. So it will be one of the issues that we want to tackle during this year or this Ramadan, inshallah, if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy for us or make it possible for us, inshallah. This is the only wudu kana we have. These are the facilities that we use. As I mentioned, at least about 80 brothers and sisters have to come here every day and have to wait to keep in a queue to wait each and everyone finishing, pass it to another one. And this is at least a bit difficult. As you will see, the facilities sometimes when they are taken behind, they are not brought back. But at least if we have a tap whereby someone can open and close, that will be a little bit secure to keep us be able to attend our daily prayers in time, inshallah ta'ala.
Amazzi nago gakyatuyisa bubi nnyo era gakimibwa bukimibwa buli kaseera kufuna kaseera akanaleetayo netuma nga tukyayimiridde bubi nnyo mu ngeri y'amazzi naye tuyisa bubi nnyo.
This is one of the projects that we try to do, so we get something to help down or to feed the orphan, to feed to breakfast the other Muslims. If we find that it comes ready during the month of Ramadan, then we have to take to make it ready for them. For us to get prepared for the fasting. But these are one of the projects that we have, as you can see right here where I am. This is cassava. In my language it's called maogo, is which we do sometimes to help the orphanage, those who don't have food at home. We find that we give them some to go and break their fast or to eat if it's not the time of Ramadan. My brothers and sisters, as you can see, we have a big yard whereby we can do each and everything that we want, and we have a number of Muslim brothers and sisters, and even the children have increased in numbers. As an imam here, this is all my duty to show it to you, to show it to the world. Whoever willingly can see what to do, inshallah ta'ala.
Tusibuka mu ngeri enzibu ennyo ddala. Omuntu amala kujja n'amala okusaala ate n'alyoka addayo eyali agadde asalire wano yisa n'atasobola kuwalizibwa kudda olw'ensonga nti olwajava wala okujja okusaala addeyo ate alyoka ajja kusaala talaweehe. So senga tuba tuyina engeri gye tulina okufuna obuyambi ebisobokirako wano tusobola okulinda tumala okusalira ddala n'eyisa yaffe talawehe yaffe netudda nayo olw'obuyambi nayo tetulina buyambi bwonna buyinza kutukwatirwako kusobola okutuukiza miringo eyo.
Dear brothers and sisters, as we all know that the month of Ramadan is approaching, the month of Rahmah is approaching, we all know that we are about to start fasting, my brothers and sisters. You and I, we are sure that now many people are going to have more iman. But now we know, of course, for sure that we are going to be receiving more musallis, those who come for Tawbah, those who come for Ramadan, those who come to break their fast. That means that we are going to have more musallis than we are having now as Ramadan is approaching. As I mentioned, that this is the only toilet that we have for the whole premises here, my brothers and sisters. As it was started by a late great granny of mine more than 100 years ago. This is the toilet that we have. But now we are accommodating 80 musallis. So this is very small for the people to pray, to make wudu, to come and make istinja. It is very small for the musallis, my brothers and sisters. It is like a residential for one person or one family, but while is accommodating more than 80 people, plus the children who comes here for madrasa. My brothers, this is another issue of the toilet, because Islam has taught us how to be clean. Islam has emphasized so many times on cleanliness, on hygiene. So if we are having a place like this, I'm sure that we need to look at this in a hygienic way and construct a good toilet for our Muslim brothers and sisters. That's why you'll find most of us comes late, the Salah passes, and we find ourselves that we are late for Salah just because the facilities are too small and the musallis, we are many, my brothers and sisters. As you can see, the one for the lady and this one is for the men. And since it's too old, we really need to construct another toilet, a modern toilet. At least if we have at least 4 rooms, 2 for women, 2 for the men, at least it gives sense that way, that hygienic is been looked after, as Islam is emphasizing us many times that we have to be clean, as the Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam always taught us to be clean, to clean ourselves. So if we find ourselves in this kind of a situation, of course we have to come to the world for assistance or for anything that any Muslim brother can help or can have to give and help, as is one of Arkan al-Islam, is to give, my brothers and sisters. As you can see, this is the sand that we have brought here so that we can start the construction. But as you can see, the rain is taking everything down because it's taking long. Since we have brought it here.
Singa Mukama Katonda abatukwatiddeko ne tufuna n'ennyumba ya imaamu, naye tuyisa bubi nnyo kubanga imaamu ava lugendo lw'amaanyi okusobola okuba oluusi n'alemererwa oluusi n'okujja ensonga n'etayimirirawo mu ngeri ng'eyo.
This is the school where we sit for madrasa, but we would like to construct a school because we have enough land, enough space to construct the school.
Omuzikiti guno guli ku ttaka lya Busiraamu era gwaweebwa nga gwo gwatongolwa ne gutuweebwako eyiika zaffe ez'omuzikiti mu butongole.
As you can see, these are one of the duas we are teaching some of the children. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ربنا اغفر لنا ولإخواننا الذين سبقونا بالإيمان ولا تجعل في قلوبنا غلا للذين آمنوا إنك لرؤوف رحيم.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الله لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم لا تأخذه سنة ولا نوم له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض من ذا الذي يشفع عنده إلا بإذنه يعلم ما بين أيديهم وما خلفهم ولا يحيطون بشيء علمه إلا بما شاء وسع كرسيه السماوات والأرض ولا يؤوده حفظهما وهو العلي العظيم.
اللهم آمين. بارك الله فيك. We have not got a chance to start the construction and the repair, to construct some few school rooms here, classes for the children to study.
Ne repair kyatuyisiza ddala bubi nnyo. Omuzikiti gwaffe gubadde gwagalako kalangi, gubadde gwagala okulongoosebwa. Amalagisa tulwanye nago ng'Abasiraamu ne tulwana ne kati gubulamu ku repair, tusigira ku mabaati waggulu kalangi kati gakaddiye galabika bubi nnyo. Kale bwe tutyo sowo tuyimiridde bwe tutyo.
Omuzikiti ogwo naawe mmwe nga bwe mugulabye gwagalako obuyambi gulongoosebwe gubeere bulungi, tegulina mazzi, amasannyalaze tunoonya ssente ne twesolooza ne tusasulayo ku masannyalaze, ne bayimaamu beetaaga obuyambi.
This is one of the facilities that we have to call upon. For Azan, we use this to call Azan, but we are calling more than at least 80 people to come for prayers. Some are a little bit a distance, cannot hear when people are making Azan, but the facility is too poor that we have to call Azan only. So at least if we have sound from outside that we can make Azan and everyone near the masjid get to know that the prayers are ready, at least that will be can be at least much appreciated, inshallah. This is one of the issues that we want to solve, to make a modern way of separation, to separate women from men during the prayer. So that this is the only way now we are using to separate ladies from men, and it is not good anymore. This is one of the issues that we would like to solve. As you can see, so our members need some work to construct and make it modern as well, because we have grown. Musalis have grown. In the past, we have started with 20 or 40, 60, up until we have come now to 80. But now one of the major issues that we have here is to separate the ladies from men, so that we put their lady facilities or women facilities on the other side of the mosque, inshallah ta'ala.
Sebe emikeeka mulimu emikeeka mitono nnyo. Ffe ng'abakyala tujja n'ejjaffe oluusi kati nga kuyidinga okwo bwera balangirira nti buli muntu ajje n'omukeeka tusobole okusaala obulungi. Bwe tuba tusaalidde mu muzikiti abasinga basaalira bweru. Okutuusa bwe twasalawo ne tugamba twalirawo emikeeka wonna wonna ne tusaalira ebweru kubanga omuzikiti tegumala.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
As you have heard Hajat herself, what she had explained with the mosque, one of the issue is water. The water has been collected from the valley every day for the Muslims to come and pray. Electricity itself is a problem, to pay electricity to the masjid. The imam has no house. He has to come a distance to come and lead the prayers here. For during Ramadan, as now Ramadan is approaching, but during Ramadan is also a problem for brothers and sisters to break their fast. Those who have kept the whole day long keeping their fasting, but when it comes again to break their fasting, it is also a problem.
Amanya gange nze Sarango Ibrahim Dumba nga nze Bilali w'omuzikiti wano omwazinyi.
As you have heard, brothers and sisters, you have heard from Bilal himself, as he said. He is a muazzin who makes azan here at each and every prayer which has to be performed at this masjid. But the same issue, the one that we got from the caretaker down there, Hajat, is the same issues that Bilal has told us about. That first of all, water is being fetched from down under the valley at each and every prayer. The breaking of fast. Brothers and sisters don't have good arrangement and proper arrangements for which they can break their fast off. But those who are watching today and those who are listening, now it is your duty, it is your call to see what can you give and what will you receive tomorrow. As hadith, as Quran, Kitab and Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam emphasizing us about giving, about Sadaqatul Jariyah. We know all about these brothers and sisters. Now it is your duty to perform. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
You are indeed one of the messengers on a straight way.
تنزيل العزيز الرحيم.
It is a revelation sent down by him, the exalted in might, most merciful.
لتنذر قوما ما أنذر آباؤهم فهم غافلون.
In order that you may admonish a people whose fathers had received no admonition and who therefore remained heedless of the signs of Allah.
لقد حق القول على أكثرهم فهم لا يؤمنون.
The word is proved true against the greater part of them, for they do not believe.
إنا جعلنا في أعناقهم أغلالا فهي إلى الأذقان فهم مقمحون.
We have put yokes round their necks, right up to their chins, so that their heads are forced up and they cannot see.
وجعلنا من بين أيديهم سدا ومن خلفهم سدا فأغشيناهم فهم لا يبصرون.
And we have put a bar in front of them, and a bar behind them, and further, we have covered them up so that they cannot see.
وسواء عليهم أأنذرتهم أم لم تنذرهم لا يؤمنون.
The same is it to them whether you admonish them or you do not admonish them. They will not believe.
إنما تنذر من اتبع الذكر وخشي الرحمن بالغيب فبشره بمغفرة وأجر كريم.
You can but admonish such a one as follows the message and fears the Lord most gracious unseen. Give such a one, therefore, good tidings of forgiveness and a reward most generous.
إنا نحن نحيي الموتى ونكتب ما قدموا وآثارهم وكل شيء أحصيناه في إمام مبين.
Verily, we shall give life to the dead, and we record that which they sent before and that which they leave behind, and of all things have we taken account in a clear book of evidence.